So now I'm back at the sewing machine. The sewing machine, by the way, is 30 years old. It was my mother's before I inherited it, and it works pretty good, and we've had it refurbished and repaired numerous times, but it's still chugging away, which is great. Okay, so the secret to putting these together, the right sides together, is to line them up not by the top or by the bottom, but by these seams right here, so that this part where the plain part meets the fabric, and this part where the plain part meets the fabric, these two are aligned. That's the important part of getting these together. So I'm going to do that by matching these first and then going down here. Now if this is uneven, it doesn't matter so much. It usually does turn out even though, and they are in this case. So we're going to sew this. And get those together. Match them up really nice. And put down the foot and make sure again that these two are matching, and they are. And so we just sew. And sew some more. Now, the other thing, besides the fact that you have to get it aligned at the junction there, is the end. Because this is lining, and as you may know, anything that has to be sewn with a lining has to be turned inside out. So I have to make some accommodations for that. And again, it doesn't matter that they aren't aligned up here because that can be fixed later. Is that I have to stop about 1 inch away from the end here, so that I can sew that later. This thing here where I folded these over and ironed it, and this thing here where I'm leaving 1 inch away, those two are to accommodate the fact this thing is going to be turned inside out. Again, that's the turning inside out is typical for lining. So I sewed that back on itself to anchor it, which needs to be done. And then I will just sew the other side similarly by matching these again. And pulling this. And again, it's even though it doesn't have to be. It's always nice when it is. Means the pattern is working, which is great because I had to make the pattern for the 16-inch wide bags all by my lonesome. And it works great. I've used these things for years. And they hold together extremely well. And through all kinds of weather, and of course, the main good thing about them, at least from my perspective, is that they are machine washable. That's probably more than enough. So we turn this, and we anchor this by sewing back on the seam, and we're done with this. So what we have here is we have the lining for the middle of the bag, and I can do this now. And this needs to be turned inside out so that we can match it with the main bag, which is coming up soon.